Hello everybody! So, ano yung nakikita nyo ngayon? So these are most of the materials na ginagamit natin when we do our Bible journaling. So, creative Bible journaling, meaning if you're not gonna do a deep dive on Bible study, but instead you wanted to do a creative Bible journaling, de-design na ninyo yung Bible ninyo, lalagyan nyo ng mga background before you parang i-adhere yung mga notes ninyo dun sa Bible pages ninyo, then these are some of the things na mapapansin ninyo. Usually, I mention them kung ano yung mga ginagamit ko, or I also share with you some of the videos kung saan ito yung mga ginagamit nung mga Bible journalers na nakikita ko at pina-follow ko sa Instagram. So, let me break down each and every materials that I have right now na handy sa akin para ma-appreciate ninyo what mediums do you really wanted to use when you do your Bible journal. So, here we go. Okay, so unahin natin, of course, your Bible journal. So, here, meron akong Bible journal na merong mga pages na blank. So, itong mga blank pages usually are the ones where I put in my Bible journal design. So, nakita nyo kanina, I flipped through some of the Bible journal designs that I did with this Bible journal instead of highlighting them katulad ng ginagawa ko sa ibang mga Bible journals ko. So, this one is specifically intended for me to design according dun sa mga messages na nabasa ko dito sa aking Bible. So, this would be your Bible journal page. So, what's next? The next thing, usually, naglalagay ako ng ganito. So, ito yung parang mat ko para hindi madumihan yung table. Kasi this one, it's easy to clean. Makikita nyo, ano siya, parang madulas yung surface niya. So, I only use wipes kahit na malagyan pa yan ng paints or malagyan pa yan ng glue. Wina-wipe down ko lang siya and wala, malinis na siya. Unlike kapag diniretso mo sa table, baka mamaya porous pa yung surface ng table nyo, mag-sustain siya. So, if you wanted to protect it, use this or use any plastic cover or whatnot para mas matulungan ka to make sure that your surface is clean. Next are the tools that I use. So, ito yung mga ibang mga tools na ginagamit ko. But usually, I just use my bare hands. You don't need this. Pero kung halimbawa, you see yourself na madalas ka nang magmi-mix media or maggagamit ng mga paints dun sa Bible mo, then I suggest you invest on some of the tools. So, this one, nakuha ko pa siya sa National Bookstore. I'm not sure how much. Pero, maganda to later sa mga bagay na ipapakita ko sa inyo. Also, etong plastic ng Ranger, etong tool na to, mas okay din siya kasi mas madali siyang linisin. This one, I usually use it kapag gumagamit ako ng mga ink pads. Yan. And then, but I use this only for the ones na water soluble siya or pwede ko siyang malinisan gamit ng tubig para hindi mag-sustain. Then, of course, you know, this paint brushes. So, yan yung mga usual na materials na, mga tools na gagamitin ko to paint using yung mga materials na meron ako. Next, I always try to use this. Although, madalas naman sinasabi nila na yung mga Bible intended for creative Bible journaling, makakapal na talaga yung mga pages nila. But, para lang ma-make sure ko na protected yung next page or yung likod na page ng Bible journal ko, I still use gesso. So, itong gesso, you have color black, color white, or clear, or transparent. This will prepare your paper, yung pages ng journal mo, para ma-make sure na hindi magbi-bleed through yung mga colors na ginagamit mo doon sa iyong Bible journal. So, later, makikita natin kung paano natin siya gagamitin. Okay, as you saw kanina, I have acrylic paints. So, any acrylic paints you can use. Kahit anong brand pa yan, kung anong handy sa'yo, gamitin mo. This one, I just like the colors kasi pale sila. Hindi ako masyadong matingkad gumamit ng paint sa Bible journal ko because I intend them for my background color. So, ganito lang yung mga colors na ginagamit ko when I wanted to use acrylic paints. As you go through, pwede nyo rin gamitin yung mga usual na markers ninyo. So, these are just the markers na ginagamit natin sa pag-highlight ng Bible. So, you can use Faber-Castell or you can use mild liner. So, ito lang yung usual na mga pang-highlight natin, diba? Like, halimbawa, sa notebook mo sa school, ganyan, sa mga notes mo, highlighters or markers lang ang tawag natin dito. So, nothing fancy, but most of the time, that's why I prefer this too, kasi hindi sila nagbi-bleed through dun sa likod ng pages. And then we have distress crayon. So, ito mga water reactive pigments. What does it mean? Kapag ginamit mo siya, yung isang pasadahan niya, thick, very thick yung, yung consistency niya. But, then again, because they are water reactive pigments, yan, ibig sabihin, for as long as pagkatapos mo siyang i-stroke, gagamitan mo na siya ng brush or ng kamay mo na dip mo sa water, tapos i-blend mo siya, pwede mo pa siyang ma-blend. So, pwede pang ma-wash out yung thickness nung colors na ginamit mo. So, these are distress crayons. And we also have distress watercolor pencil. So, eto din, watercolor means, kahit na pencil sila, when you use this, it is also water reactive. So, kapag ginamitan mo siya ng watercolor, when you wanted to, mush it up, you can still do that using water because they are also water reactive. Ito naman, pag nakakita kayo nito, this is actually just the same with distress crayons. Ibang brand lang, Vichy Butin. When you see water soluble, it's the same as water reactive pigment. So, whatever you have, you can also use this one. Kung meron ka nitong Vichy Butin, it works the same as distress crayons. Kung meron ka rin namang Crayola, Colors of the World na markers like this, tinuruan kami ni Ian noon na gamitin to. So, what you do is, you use this to paint and then hanggat hindi, dapat pagkagamit mo sa kanya, what do I mean by that? So, halimbawa, dito mo muna siya i-ganyan, i-blend, tapos, gamit ka ng paintbrush, yan, gamit ka ng paintbrush, tapos, or paintbrush na dip sa water, tapos bago mo siya i-paint. So, this one, you can use para blended yung colors na pwede mong gamitin sa iyong Bible journal. So, pwede rin to. If you have this kind of crayons, you can use this. It is also water reactive, pero mas mabilis lang siyang matuyo. Kaya I suggest when you use this, kung gusto mong blended siya, i-blend mo muna siya somewhere na katulad nito or sa plastic or plastic cover, what have you, acrylic, kung pwede rin doon. Tapos, yung brush mo, i-dip mo muna sa water before you apply it like a water coloring material. So, yan. Crayola Super Tips is the same way katulad nung pinakita ko sa inyo kanina na Crayola Colors of the World. So, for as long as i-blend mo muna siya sa plastic na surface or sa madulas na surface and then use a brush na dinip sa water, then you can still blend them. Of course, ito, diba, it defines itself coloring brush pen. So, you can also use this one kung meron kang mga ganyan. So, ito, maganda kasi yung tip niya, brush na. So, you can use this one too. So, yes, marami tayong materials na pwede nating magamit. The intent of this is to give you an idea kung ano yung mga materials na pwede nyong gamitin for your Bible journaling. It is not my intention para mag-hoard kayo ng materials katulad ng ginawa ko. But to just give you an idea in case meron na kayo ng mga bagay na yon. So, use whatever you have and then find out. Baka mamaya mga kids nyo meron na rin pala nun and then you can, just share dun sa stash nila. So, let's begin our sampling dun sa mga materials natin. Alright. So, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, I wanted to prepare yung page ko para hindi siya mag-bleed sa likod na page. So, I will use a clear gesso for now. So, yan siya. Gamitin natin ang ating clear gesso. Yan. So, ang itsura niya, para siyang white siya kapag binuksan mo siya. Pero eventually, kapag natuyo siya, clear na siya. So, gagamitan ko siya nito para mas madali ko siyang makuha. And I'll just get a few. Yan. And ilalagay ko na siya dito sa aking page. So, bahala ka kung paano yung gusto mo, kung lalampas ka kasi eventually feeling mo baka yung paints mo, gusto mong i-overlap din sa mga Bible verses mo. Yan. So, pwede mo ring i-overlap yan. So, just cover most of the pages na alam mong gagamitan mo ng paint. Para lang sure na hindi siya magbi-bleed sa likod. Yan. Yan. So, usually nilalagyan ko ng cover pa din yung next page para lang protected habang ginagawa ko to. Pero dahil ngayon nakalimutan ko siya, wag nyo na lang kalimutan. So, nagiging careful na lang ako sa paglalagay ng gesso dito sa aking Bible page. Ayan. Okay. So, okay na yung one spread na ginawa ko kanina. Hindi naman kailangan masyadong makapal. Okay, kuklose ko lang to. And then, of course, next, bago ka gumawa ng kahit ano, patuyuin natin ang ating gesso. Yan. So, medyo maingay lang siya, pero yan yung kailangan mong gawin to make sure na bago mo gamitin ang iyong page for creative journaling, kapag naglagay ka ng gesso, make sure na napatuyo mo muna siya. So, habang pinapatuyo natin siya, yan, papatuyuin ko muna siya, lilinisan muna natin ang ating tool. Yan. So, as you can see, diba, ang ginamit ko lang sa kanya ay wet wipes, pero madali ko na siyang malinis. So, linisin mo agad para hindi na tumigas dito yung gesso o yung paint. So, while pinapatuyo ko kanina yung isa for the clear gesso, dito naman sa kabilang page, ang ginamit ko is itong heavy gesso na white. Hindi ko na pinakita sa inyo, but I already applied it. And now, pinapatuyo ko rin siya para mamaya I can show yung samples ng both using distress crayons and as well as acrylic paint. Ayan. Okay, so now, papakita ko lang sa inyo yung kaibahan pag natuyo na yung clear gesso. So, ayan. Ito yung clear gesso, talagang halos hindi mo siya makikita. Even kahit na nilagyan ko rin yung mga, etong mga Bible verses na to. Clear talaga siya nung natuyo siya. And then, you can see here yung difference kapag yung white gesso naman yung ginamit mo. So, makikita mo may blurry lines dito kasi nag-overlap ako ng white gesso dito sa mga Bible verse. Ayan. So, siya, medyo natakpan yung iba. And then here, clear pa din. So, yan yung kaibahan ng white and clear gesso. So, let's start by using our acrylic paints. Isa sa mga natutunan ko dati is not to parang overthink, overanalyze yung pagde-design mo using paints or mag-multimedia ka, especially if you're just using it for the background. So you can, you can do your thing, whatever feels right for you or good for you. So ako, ang gagawin ko lang, I will just put some paints and then just siguro i-blend ko lang sila from one place to another. So let's see how that goes. So I'll just get a little from this blue paint. And then, spread lang natin siya dito. Okay. Then, I'll also use a little bit of pink. And just put it anywhere. And just continue to do your thing. So, hindi naman kailangan, you know, masterpiece na masterpiece. So, since this would be just your background, whatever works for you when you know, enjoy what you're doing, that will just come out naturally kung ano yung magiging background mo. Okay, so habang pinapatuyo natin siya, I'm not sure if you notice, yes, I use different kinds of colors, pinagsama-sama ko sila. Usually, what I do is, you know, when I looked into the Bible verse, I wanted to represent it on the design that I'm making. So, this one, medyo marami silang magkakasama. So, salt and light, fulfillment of the law, and murder. So, hence the color that explains it. Okay, so while pinapatuyo naman natin ang ating acrylic paint dun sa kabilang page, I will show you how distress crayons actually work. So, let's try this here. Yan, so, ang maganda dito, push and pull lang siya. Yan, so, I will just, you know, color this like this. So, makikita nyo, thick talaga yung layers ng colors niya. So, para siyang oil pastel, pero hindi siya oil pastel. And then, what I'm gonna do is, babasain ko ang ating brush ng hindi naman basang-basa. Yung just enough. And then, there you go. So, makikita nyo, this one, nag-react na siya sa ating brush na nilagyan natin ng water. So, mas mabiblend nyo na siya together. And then, you do the same thing for the other colors that you wanted to play with. So, there. You can use this as well. Maybe here. And then, let's do the same thing. Let's basain natin yung ating. And there you go. So, you can blend it all together. So, here, you can see na blended yung naging result ng ating distress crayon. So, basta, you know, tatandaan nyo lang, if you don't want the consistency of your color to be thick, you just have to dilute it with water. Yan. So, side by side, this is how it actually looks like. So, ito, yung ginamitan natin ng distress crayons. And ito naman yung ginamitan natin ng acrylic. Here, I used Rosie's Ephemera. So, this is floral die cuts. And as well as journal cards para sa susulatan ko dito sa aking page. And then, I saw this. This is stencil paste and this is gold. So, I wanted to just highlight a few of the corners here. So, gagamitin natin siya. So, this is how it looks like. Yan, nilalagyan ko siya ng ganito para mas hindi siya madaling matuyo. I wanted to use just few hints. So, konting-konti lang talaga yung kukunin natin sa kanya. And then, idadab lang natin siya dun sa mga areas na gusto lang nating lagyan ng pakonti-konting gold. Ayan. So, para medyo nagre-reflect na meron siyang glittery texture na gold. Ayan. So, that's how I will do it. Yan. So, even yung mga flowers, gusto ko siyang lagyan para ma-highlight pa rin natin siya. Yan. And yung mga sides, para hindi sayang yung gold natin. Yan. So, dito sa kabila, I use the same Rosie's die cuts and journaling card para sa aking notes. And what I will use here to highlight a few section would be ito namang fairy dust. So, let's try it. So, ganun din. Nilagyan ko siya ng plastic para hindi siya agad matuyo. And ganito siya. So, I'm not sure if you can see it. Pero, sparkly siya. Yan. So, let's highlight here. Yan. So, I was hoping na sana pag na picturean ko siya, mas makikita natin yung glitter there. That's what I'm gonna do for this page. Lalagyan natin siya ng highlights. Yan. Yung iba, kakapalan ko para kakaiba siya, para siyang may texture. So, there you go. Papatuyuin lang natin siya ulit, and then I will take a photo of the entire page. So, this is the final look of our journal page. So, here, makikita niyo yung mga hints of golds there in our page. And this is the final look of that journal page. And then the other one, ito naman siya. So, makikita nyo yung fairy dusts all over that page. And this is the final look of this page. So, I hope you learned something on, how you can design your Bible journal. And if ever meron kayong mga requests for any materials, kung meron naman ako, I can show you that on how you can utilize, exhaust it, and use it on your Bible journaling, then I would be happy to do that for you. So for now, if you haven't done so, please like this video, share it dun sa mga gustong, interested na makakita kung paano gagawin yung creative Bible journaling. And as well as, I hope that you'll subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so, para mas makita nyo pa yung mga iba pang mga gagawin natin na Bible study and as well as creative Bible journaling. Have a blessed day, everybody. Bye!